basically the exact same box. Why? Because they're both from Paramount. Hi guys, Kidru64 here, and today I'm coming at you with another collection update video. That's right, it's Physical Media Tuesdays. It's been a little while since I've gotten Physical Media Tuesday video up on a Tuesday, at least outside of my normal release videos that I do. There's some great movies coming out next month, by the way, in July, so and that release video will be next week. But today I just wanted to share with you guys some of the pickups that I've gotten over the last few months since my last collection update. And I really love doing these because it gives me an opportunity to talk about all kinds of different movies that I don't ever get a chance to talk about on the channel, and I get to talk about physical media as well. So two things that I really like talking about. And yeah, so I really love doing the collection updates, and thank you for everyone for clicking on this video. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're returning, thank you for coming back. So we'll go ahead and kick this video off with the natural conclusion to my last Physical Media Tuesday video, which was talking about Indiana Jones on Steelbook. I did not like the original 4K Steelbook set that came out with the white box sets. I really hated the design, so I didn't buy it. But now they're doing the individual releases for Indiana Jones. And I love the fact that they're using the classic artwork. I don't have any problem with using new designs. As a matter of fact, I like new designs for releases, like specific designs for physical media. However, the white releases that they came out with for the 4K box set, I thought was really, really bad and really lazy. No joke, I do some graphic design work for fun, and I can slap something like that together in like 10 minutes. That was just so low effort. So if you're gonna go low effort with your new designs, you might as well just go ahead and use the classic designs. I've already got this one. Next month is Temple of Dune. The month after that is The Last Crusade, and I don't think they've announced Kingdom of the Crystal Skull yet, but yeah, I really like this. This Steelbook is great. I haven't got a chance to check it out yet, but I am curious as to if the 4K upgrade was worth it. I already own it on Blu-ray, but Indiana Jones it's Indiana Jones. You got to upgrade to 4K if you can. Next up is 4K Moonfall. Yes, I got Moonfall. Even though everybody said this was a terrible movie, I got it anyway. Why? Because I love Roland Emmerich movies, okay? I am a sucker for disaster movies. They're my guilty pleasure. 2012 is one of my biggest guilty pleasure movies. Like, objectively, that movie is not good by any real measurable sense. But I've seen it tons of times. There's lots of scenes in 2012 that I get a kick out of. You know, it's just fun. It's fun watching disaster movies. Like, some people like monster movies. I like disaster movies. So I was like, I hadn't seen it. I know that all the reviews were bad for it, but I was like, I don't care. I just wanted to, cheesy popcorn flick with a disaster movie. And what was Moonfall? Well, Moonfall was kind of that. Yeah, somehow I was still disappointed with this, even though I went in with like the lowest expectations. I just wanted a disaster movie. Part of the movie's a disaster movie. Part of less than half the movie's a disaster movie, and then the other half is kind of like a space sci-fi movie. It feels like two very disjointed movies, and they don't do a very good job of showing the impact of Earth, because all of the people seem to disappear every time they show a city. There's nobody around, so it just feels very artificial. And yeah, it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't very good either. I mean, this was not something I probably would have picked up if I'd seen it beforehand, but oh well, I've got it in my hand now. Next up is Field of Dreams. This is on 4K, the 30th anniversary. I've actually never seen Field of Dreams, at least not all the way through. Saw it on TV back in the day, but I was just like, you know what? I love sports movies. I'm trying to catch up on lots of older movies that, it's like every once in a while there'll be some movie that's thrown out there, and I'll be like, I haven't seen that, and people are surprised because I own so many movies. I talk about movies. I'm the movie guy. Any place we go, I'm the one who's supposed to know all these movies, and mainstream releases like Field of Dreams somehow I have to say I haven't seen. So now that I bought it, I can't wait to go ahead and check it out. And yeah, and I love sports movies. Speaking of sports movies, Remember the Titans. I thought I owned this one, and I might have loaned it out to somebody. Remember the Titans is like the quintessential like sports movie. I've seen it, I don't know, 40 times. So many times. I used to show it on TV back in the day. Anytime I was on TV, I was like, yep, let's go and put on Remember the Titans, watch Remember the Titans. So this is one of those movies that I can probably recite a big chunk of the movie. A lot of the lines are really memorable, like the "Zero fun, sir." I mean, come on. Remember the Titans is just such a great movie, and there's a lot of special features on this that I've never seen, so I can't wait to go ahead and check those out. Another 4K I got was The Thing. That's right, John Carpenter's The Thing, and I didn't actually own it. So I was obviously more than happy to pick up the 4K. I wish there were some more special features on this. There's really just a commentary, some outtakes and stuff. I really wish there was some more making of documentaries for this. But I can't wait to check it out and see the picture upgrade from the Blu-ray. Yeah, John Carpenter's The Thing. If you've never seen it, definitely check it out. Great creature effects, great movie. Nickelodeon, The Orange Years. Now, you can actually watch this on Hulu. I think it's currently on Hulu. You can check it out. This really delves into the history of Nickelodeon, how it was created, and how it became so big in the 90s. They really take time, like, a few minutes to really just focus on some of the big shows that they had on the channel. And obviously I'm a 90s kid, so I've already seen this, but I wanted to go ahead and pick up the physical media for it, because a lot of times with documentaries that are on these streaming services, one day you're going to want to watch them and then they're just not going to be there. So I'm happy to pick up the physical media. I'm trying to build out a little bit of my documentary section on some things, so I was happy to pick this one up. Now, this has 0 special features, which was a disappointment, and it's also one of those burn-on-demand discs. I did a video about this 2 years ago? Yeah, almost 2 years ago now, about Amazon sending me bootlegs. I thought they were bootlegs. Apparently they're burn-on-demand discs that Amazon processes out. So you'll know it because it's actually it's a black disc on the back instead of the mirrored surface that the standard Blu-rays have. But it does play fine, so it doesn't seem to be a bootleg. But either way, if you are a 90s kid and you remember Nickelodeon, this has like some of the commercials and bumpers, gives you behind the scenes with some studio execs and the decisions and the approach that they took to the channel. It's all very interesting, and it's really cool to look back at a lot of the shows that you maybe haven't thought about in a while, like Adventures of Pete and Pete, all that. Just a lot of really good stuff. Salute Your Shorts was one of my favorite ones, and they talk about it in here too. Pretty much any 90s Nickelodeon show, they probably mentioned somewhere in this documentary, so I do recommend it if you're into documentaries and that kind of thing. Next up is Dune on 4K. I have not opened it yet, but I am looking forward to checking it out. I have seen Dune already. I saw it on HBO Max when it came out. I did not go to see it in theaters. I kind of wish I did. There's a lot of wide shots and some really cool stuff that I think would have looked good in the theaters. But as I mentioned before, I kind of have an in-home theater. So obviously the bigger screen you can see it on, the more spectacular it looks. But even still, like, streaming is not going to capture the deep blacks. If you've ever watched, even with Stranger Things, like, I pay for the 4K streaming through Netflix. Like the blacks don't always come through very well on the picture, so I wanted to go and pick up the 4K because there's a lot of dark blacks and heavy blacks in the movie, and I really want to see the complete picture filled out without the slight pixelization you get through the streaming service. So and the Dune soundtrack is awesome, by the way. The only problem I had with the movie was the fact that it felt like half a movie. Like, there was no ending. I know they're setting up for the next one. I know it's based on a book. I know all that stuff, but still, like, the way that it ended wasn't very good. I did not like the ending because I literally felt like I watched half a movie. So that was one of the main drawbacks, or one of the things I really didn't like about it. But everything else, I thought it was really good. And Adventures of Rocky and Bullwinkle. That's right, I picked this up. I actually owned this on VHS back in the day. I got it from Blockbuster for, like, I don't know, $3 or $4 on VHS back in the day. Watched it a lot of times whenever I was a kid. If you liked the new Rescue Rangers movie, this is something you should probably check out, because I know a lot of people have been comparing that new Rescue Rangers movie to Roger Rabbit, and obviously there's lots of aspects of Roger Rabbit. Roger Rabbit's even in the Rescue Rangers movie, but as far as like tone and more like plot points, I feel like Rocky and Bullwinkle is kind of more is a more apt comparison than Roger Rabbit for the Rescue Rangers movie, because you got two washed up cartoon characters who get, you know, thrust into a situation. And I know a lot of people like say this is a bad movie. I don't get it. I mean, I guess if you don't like Rocky and Bullwinkle's humor, then yeah, you probably won't like it. But when I was a kid, I watched some of the old Rocky and Bullwinkle commercials, and I kind of like the dry sense of humor and their voices and stuff like that. So I thought this was a great movie. I just recently rewatched it after picking it up, and I think it still holds up. I still think it's kind of funny. I still laughed at some parts. So yeah, I thought that was a really solid movie. Next up is TV set. Well, I would say it's a set. It's not really a set. I bought all the individual releases of Home Improvement. That's right. Every episode of Home Improvement. Oh, God. Let's go ahead and put these down, and I'll just grab the first one here. Home Improvement. Yes, I grew up with Home Improvement. This was one of the go-to sitcoms. And I hadn't seen it in a while, and guess what? It still holds up. It's still a lot of fun. Yeah, it's a lot of repetition in some of the plot points and stuff that every episode, but that's fine. That's kind of what made, sitcoms, why people like them. You know, they're feel-good stuff to put on. It's with characters you like, a family that you like. And yeah, I love Home Improvement. Tim Allen's funny. There's lots of parts that I legit laughed at. And as I said, I grew up with Home Improvement, so whenever I watch it, you know, it's the thing with TV sitcoms and, well, TV shows really in general that you watch with your family growing up, you just have a sentimental attachment to. And yeah, so I really love watching Home Improvement. I'm actually almost done. I've been watching it since I got it. It's a really cool thing to just put on a few episodes every single day, and I've been shooting through these seasons really fast. So yeah, Home Improvement is great. I wonder if we're ever gonna get that reunion, a reunion show or something like that. I think that would be really cool. And something I've been thinking about picking up for a very long time, and that is the Twilight Zone complete series. The Twilight Zone is one of my favorite shows of all time, top 10 shows of all time for me personally. The stories, the writing, everything in this is just holds up. Like, this stuff is timeless. Amazing episodes. I've actually done a video on my top 10 Twilight Zone episodes, which I'll link at the end of this video. If you want to stick around at the end, I'll have some title cards you can click on and see my top 10 Twilight Zone episodes. But this was definitely a really good pickup. The picture looks better than anything I've seen from the streaming services. That's one of the reasons that held me back from buying the physical media, is that it's been on streaming services and it hasn't come off. But I really wanted to get it because this has some of the radio dramas. This has some commentary from Mark Zickrey, who he has his own YouTube channel, Mr. Sci-Fi. If you're curious, you can check it out. But great commentary. Also, it has the extended episodes. So at the end of the episodes, Rod Serling would come on and tell the audience what the following episode was going to be. And those are things that I've never seen before. I don't think it's been on any of the streaming services. At least I didn't notice it. And it never was on TV on reruns when I used to watch it on the Sci-Fi channel. The only drawback to this set is the fact that the box is terrible, right? I said this about you will break these discs trying to get them out. As you can see, I've already taken them all out. If you want to know what I put them in, I took them all out and I got some 5-disc sets. I don't have one. This is one of my extra ones, so there's no movies in it. But I got some separate 5-disc sets, so it was a little bit more expensive because you got to buy additional packaging for it. But I'm more than happy to do that, so I can actually get access to the discs. No joke, getting the discs out of this just to put them in a different box took a long time. They stack them on top of each other. These are terrible plastic cases. I really hate the packaging here. And this was the same packaging on my last collection video. I told you guys, I picked up the physical media. That's right. The complete Star Trek The Next Generation on Blu-ray. The picture on this is better than anything I've seen on streaming. Great stuff. But it also had basically the exact same box. Why? Because they're both from Paramount. So both terrible boxes. Like this is just like some of the cheapest packaging I've ever seen. So with this, what I've done is I bought 2-disc sets down here and put them in 2-disc sets. Why? Because I'm designing my own artwork, and I just got done with some of them. I'll go ahead and show you guys what they looks like here. I found somebody who did amazing art for each season, which so I'm going to be able to use this as the art for each season of the discs. And then I custom made the back with the episode listings and picked some screen caps and stuff like that. It's pretty basic information, but it's all you really need in order to make your own stuff. So as I said, I do some graphic design. Although this is very basic, I think pretty much anybody can make something like this. This really is not too difficult. Honestly, it's kind of irritating to have to buy different packaging because the existing packaging is so terrible. But at the end of the day, Twilight Zone is one of my top 10 shows, and Next Generation is in one of my top 10 shows. And it gives me an opportunity to do custom artwork for the physical media, which I think is pretty cool. So I'm looking forward to getting this out, and I'll probably do a video once I actually finish this and share with you guys what it looks like once I get all the boxes together. But yeah, that is pretty much all of my pickups since my last video. Not a whole lot of things, but enough to definitely fill out a video. And again, I love talking about physical media, and I'm just happy to actually get something out Physical Media Tuesday, because again, it's been a while. Love doing the collection updates. My releases for July is coming out next Tuesday. Please check that out. And if you were looking forward to the room tour, in my last collection update, I had a trailer for the room tour. If you guys want to check that collection update, I'll probably put it at the end of this video. So the end of this video will probably have my collection update and my top 10 Twilight Zone episodes if you want to wait till the end for my title cards on that. But if you guys are looking for the full like set tour, the room tour, the movie theater tour, that is coming up. I've been re-editing and I've refilmed it multiple times, trying to get it right. So I think 2 weeks from today, I think it'll be ready to go. I'll have it for Physical Media Tuesday. Really, I just want to thank you all for checking out this video. Thank you, subscribers. You guys are awesome. And if you like this video, please like, comment, share, subscribe, do all the YouTube stuff, or don't. I'm not a beggar. I'm Geechu64, and I always tell you the truth.